I just want to encourage everybody who have the time, you have to have time, the space, go for it, give it your best shot, and I don't think you can go wrong with that at all. I think we're fortunate in Grenada that our soil is very rich. So let's use it, let's make use of it and give God all the praise and thanks for giving us that rich soil. So let's use it. Well, my name is Pamela Courtney, and originally I'm from La Poterie, Tivoli area, but I've been living here for the past 31 years. I'm retired, so I'm over 60. It has always been my passion to have food on my table. And this little garden here is the result of my determination to make sure that I always have food on my table. So that's just what I'm trying to do here, provide for myself and my family. We used to do a lot of, well, I grew up farming, but not short crop. We used to have like nutmeg, cocoa, those sort of things. But since my husband died in 2015, I kind of devoted, and then of course I retired around the beginning of 2017. I retired, so I said, well, okay, I have to find a new hobby to keep myself active. So I decided, well, let me just get into a little farming here and keep myself quiet with it.
Tell us about the crops that you plant.
Well, we have a little of everything, you know. We try to have a little of everything. We have some tomato, we have seasoning pepper, we have some corn, we have cabbage, we have a lot of variety of seasoning, lettuce. We just harvested our sweet potatoes. We have some callaloo, dashing. We have some pineapples. We have a little bit of Tanya at the back there. And basically we just try to have a little of everything. What we don't have, we do without. And what we have, we make use of.
What about your planting methods?
Well, we try to rotate the crops as much as we can. So like for example here, we just harvested the cabbage here. So we're going to plant some beet here now to bring back some of the nutrients that would have been lost from the cabbage crop. So we try to rotate the crop as much as possible, and we try to be natural. We try to use a lot of pen manure. You would notice that we have some manure. If you go closer, you'll see it. So we try to not spray chemicals because I have to eat it and I don't want to put chemicals in my body. So we try to do the natural thing. Give the pen manure and make sure we water regularly and we clean regularly and keep ourselves active, and that's it. But I must say, since the onset of COVID-19, I have seen the need for me to be self-sufficient even more, because going in the market is not easy. You go in the market with $100 and you're walking out there easy with one little bag in your hand and your $100 gone. So this is just a way of me ensuring I have food, saving money, because I love to just run outside and cut some seasoning when I'm cooking. So this is just what we're trying to do here.
Any challenges? Have you had any challenges over there?
Yes, man. Sometimes the tomatoes and them, I don't want to talk hard because you see they're looking good. Sometimes they give me a lot of stress, but God has smiled on me this time. They're looking really good. And the peppers, I seem to be having a little issue with them, with the peppers, but I'm going to get rid of them. I'm going to take them out and give the ground a little time. And then I'm going to put down something else, maybe some cauliflower.
So this is strictly for your personal use?
Well, this little backyard garden here is for myself. My mom, she eats a lot of vegetables, so rather than I having to give her the money to buy it, she can just send and get it from me here, or I'll take it to her. So, and then, well, the neighbors, my friends, neighbors, everybody get. There's one vendor, Vesta, who, when she was passing one time and she saw it, she came and she said she wanted some cabbages to buy, and I said, girl, I'm not selling, this is for my use. And she said, Miss Courtney, I'm going to buy it from you, just plant. So you see what we have there? This is Vesta owned. She came last week and take some. So I have one vendor who works with me, Vesta. So anything I plant, she gets.
What would you say this venture has taught you as a person?
Well, the need to make sure that we know that in Grenada the land is fertile, and we see a lot of people with little pieces of land around the house and it's just in bush, and maybe people will be encouraged and say, well, Lord, if other people could do it, I can do it. So
This practice has worked best for you in terms of yielding the best from your crops?
our best crop since we started on a large scale like this is the cabbage. We did very well with tomatoes around September last year. We did very well with tomatoes. I can tell you certain areas of the garden that don't like, there are certain areas that don't like certain vegetables. For example, tomatoes do very good in front here. If I put it anywhere else, I have to root them up. They see a lot of trouble. Alright? Cabbages do very well here. If I move them here and there, if I move them other places, I don't get the yield that I normally get. So there are different things that, to me, they have a sweet spot. So when the sweet spot is, when they're planted in their sweet spot, they do well. They do well.
What would you want to say to somebody who's thinking about probably starting a backyard garden? What do you think is the most important thing they would have to know in terms of getting started?
Well, once you have your land, I think everybody know how to clear and clean up and prepare the ground for planting. Make sure you know where your plants coming from. Get your plants or your seeds. And well, it's their choice. I choose to do the pen manure, but it's their choice. So whatever it is, they and my husband would have I would have seen him doing the practice with the pen manure, because anything we planted, he always used the pen manure. So that has stuck with me. He was never a chemical based person. He always liked to try the natural way. So I would say to them, it's your choice. Go for it. Do whatever you can, and make space. As you see, we don't have a lot of space, so you notice my seasonings are in drums. So you have to try something. Get into it. Get active. Get involved. You have food on your table. You don't have to go. I don't go to the market. I can't remember the last day I have been to the market. I just use what I have and I make do it with it.
You keep talking about pen manure. Do you also have animals?
Yes, I have goats and I have chickens at the moment. So we use the manure from that.
The chickens you use for your use as well?
Yes. So the chickens I don't sell. We slaughter and we cut them in parts. So we have the breast for themselves, the legs, everything, and we put them in the freezer and we eat as we need.
Especially in a time like now, how important is it for families, small families, single parents, wanting to have a backyard farm at their home?
I think it is very important because the first thing is that children should get some kind of exposure to the garden. I have 2 children, they're adults now, but since they were like 5, they're accustomed with land and garden, and we used to take them all in the mountain when we go in, whether it's raining or not. They used to go. I have one little granddaughter, she's 2, she already has her boots, and she's out here with us on afternoons. Just giving trouble, but she's here at least. She's in the garden. So it's important for the children to get early exposure, and also as a wife or a mother or a lady in the home, it's an innovative way for you to make the dollar stretch. You know what I mean? Because let us suppose that you would have lost your job after COVID-19, and maybe it's the man alone bringing in. So you should be able to find some way, and this is one of the ways, to make the dollar stretch now. So if you get into the little backyard farming, you save that money and you put it towards something else. The money that you would have gone to the market with, so you put it towards something else.
My name is Prince Matthew. I'm an extension assistant. Well, I think I was really amazed, and I'm really pleased. This is one of the better backyard farmers, you know, and it's only little knowledge we give to Miss Courtney. She really put it into practice and things. So I want to encourage other householders, housewives, if they could use Miss Courtney farm could be used as an example to people who sit in home and don't have anything doing. You have a little backyard garden. You always could do what Miss Courtney has been doing there. I'm really pleased and satisfied.